Hi everyone, Rachel here. I hope you all had a great holiday and are enjoying the new year. I thought I would do a what I got for Christmas at present sort of video. So first off, it's snowing, which I'm honestly quite here for. It's the first time that it's snowed this season. Luckily, it didn't interfere with our plans for the day. We went to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum here in Boston. And if you don't know anything about Isabella Stewart Gardner, look her up. She was a fascinating lady. I'll probably insert some photos from the museum. We went to see the sister exhibit that we saw at the MFA a few weeks ago, or whenever that was, fashioned by Sargent. I talked about it in one of my last videos. Isabella started collecting art throughout Europe as a way to work through grief. It's an amazing place. So I'll show you a couple of the things, or just all of the things that we got at the gift shop. So my daughter wanted a book on Isabella Stewart Gardner, and it talks about her life and shows pictures of the museum. I got this ornament, this hand-painted ornament. It's just so beautiful. And I got this little bird here. It's so pretty. I love birds. So what did we do this holiday season? Speaking of museums, we went to the MFA to see the Sargent exhibit a second time. We had gone a few weeks ago, and then we went again a couple of days before Christmas just to enjoy some of the things that we didn't get to really absorb the first time. And my daughter just had a ball. She was reading out all of the included information out loud to me, and she was studying the murals in the museum, and she loves visiting the Greek sculpture room. So what did I get at the museum? So anyway, also I wanted to show you guys this. My daughter convinced me to buy this hat when we were in Salem recently. I had seen it at the Sargent exhibit at the MFA a few weeks ago, and I thought about it, but it was just not within my price range. And she was determined to get me that hat. She's so sweet. So when we went to Salem recently, she wanted to go to this store. It's called Emporium 32, I believe. I always call it Emporium 33, but I think it's 32. Because it's like sort of like a haberdashery, so she was convinced that they would have the hat, and they had the freaking hat. I was not planning on buying a fancy hat that day, but let's see. I'll put it on so you can see. So she's like, buy the hat and I will buy it for you, because she has money from her great-grandmother. And it was so sweet of her. Like, she really meant it. And it was cheaper than it was at the exhibit, but I'm probably not going to take the money from her. But she was just so thrilled. And so today she's like, Mommy, you have to wear the hat. You have to wear the hat. Wear the hat. So I did. And yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? They also had it in red, but I thought the black would be a bit more versatile. So I'm gonna get overheated. I better take it off. What did I do? What else has been up before I start showing you the Christmas gifts? And I hope that my face isn't beet red. I've tried to film this a couple of times, and I had to stop because my face was just getting redder and redder. I still get nervous. I still get nervous to do these videos. I wish I wasn't like that. What's been up? So I read around Christmas time and into the new year, I read Little Women, and I have so many feelings and mixed feelings. Just, I don't really want to talk about it right now because I want to kind of keep this video maybe at around 30 minutes if I can do that. But I would like to read a good bio, actually. It prompted me to do that. I really loved the atmosphere of the book. It was beautiful. I'd actually never read it before. I've seen the classic film versions many times. And I'm reading this Yuletide Hauntings publication by Hellebore. I think I've talked about these before. What else did we do? We went, like I said, we went into Salem like a few days after Christmas, and we got the hat, as I was mentioning. I got my daughter this little Anubis plushie. And I could not resist this Doctor Who Yahtzee from this comic book store that we love going to. I can't wait to play this. We played Monopoly on New Year's Eve. We started a game and I actually won. And I don't think I ever really played the game. I hated it when I was a kid. I was afraid of, I don't know, I was afraid of things like money and bankers, and I just thought it seemed cruel. But my boyfriend loves Monopoly. It was like one of his favorite games, so I had fun, actually. We're going to play it again soon, I think. So Christmas, I know I'm all over the place. I was talking about what we did a few days after Christmas, and now I'm bouncing back to Christmas. But we had a delicious dinner. My boyfriend loves to cook, and he just found this really great recipe. It was like a Cornish game hen over Brussels sprouts and potatoes, and oh my gosh, it was just amazing. And we listened to some records, which I will talk about soon. And we had one of our good friends over, and we hadn't seen him in a while, and we just had so many laughs. Really, really nice holiday. We also, the day that we went to Salem, we also went to Barnes and Noble, and my daughter got a couple of things. She got like a couple of mangas and stuff, and what did I get? I got Labyrinths, you know, Borges. I hate saying his name. I don't mean that. That sounded so cruel. I just I got, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Sigrid Undset. I've been wanting this for a while. The Kristen Lavransdatter series. Oh, I was so excited to see that there. I also got The World of King Arthur. It's a puzzle. I wanted this for months. We put together the Dracula puzzle back in the spring, I think. It's from the same publisher, and we just loved it. I wonder if you guys can see that. Also around Christmas time, I got Alone in the Wilderness. I've been wanting this for a while. It's so beautiful. To live in a pristine land unchanged by man, to roam a wilderness through which few other humans have passed, to choose an idyllic site, cut trees and build a log cabin, to be a self-sufficient craftsman, making what is needed from materials available, to be not at odds with the world, but content with one's own thoughts and company. Yeah. This guy goes out into the wilderness of Alaska in the 1960s, and he's filmed while he builds a log cabin with his bare hands all by himself, and it's just so beautiful and so relaxing. And this is what reality television should be like this. Like, enough of these like elimination challenges and drama and stuff. I just love this, and I can't wait to watch it with my daughter. So I'm going to flip the camera around so that I can be more at ease and I can show you guys some of the stuff that I got. So hold tight. All right. So also, I don't think I mentioned this. I got these hobnail lamps. I got 2 of them at a consignment shop here in town during Christmas break. I need to get shades for those. Really excited about that. And when we were in Salem, we got some ornaments. So we got this little guy here. My daughter loves foxes. I got it in the same shop where I found the hat. And we got this beautiful peacock. I have a couple of other birds in the tree. I just love it. And this I could not resist. This little dragon, which my daughter says reminds her of Stormy, our cats. Okay. So for Christmas, I talked about this in one of my videos. My boyfriend got me the annotated Wuthering Heights because, like I said, I needed another copy. I didn't even know how many. I had to count. I think I have like 14 copies of Wuthering Heights. I don't know. Do any of you have numerous copies of one of your favorite books? So this is gorgeous. I'm so glad that I asked for this as a gift. It's like a history book. The novel's included, and it has the annotations here on the side, which I don't mind. This is like the same setup as the Dracula book that I've shown you guys. So after I made my Gothlit November wrap-up video, I was doing some more research on Emily Bronte, and I need to read a bio on her. I have one. So there were some things that I didn't know. Like, okay, so it wasn't uncommon for women of a certain social standing to have a background in music. But apparently, Emily was extremely accomplished. She had a genius talent, so much so that she even taught music. So remember, I was trying to convey in words what makes Wuthering Heights so rereadable to me, and I attribute it to the balance of supercharged emotions with Emily's keen sense of structure and symmetry. So I've got it. It's music. Wuthering Heights is music. I remember telling a friend once that I heard Beethoven while reading Wuthering Heights. It's freaking music. When you hear a beautiful piece of music, do you think to yourself, once is enough? Never. You put that on repeat. And Wuthering Heights is my kind of music. So whether consciously done or not, Emily used her musical background in structuring the novel. I mean, I haven't come across an essay which discusses her musical genius fueling the writing of Wuthering Heights, but I know that I'm right. And for some reason, I'm just so excited about it. I don't know. Speaking of Wuthering Heights, I got this for my daughter. She wanted an illustrated copy of the novel, and I saw this. I was aware of it for some time, and I got her this, and she's so excited about it. I'll probably read this too. How much fun is that? And also, one of the things that my daughter asked for Christmas is The World of the Brontes. It's another one of those puzzles that we're obsessed with. So we're going to put that together soon. There's another puzzle we're working on right now, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. She is too. My daughter got me this. It was a complete surprise. She found it in a shop when she was with her grandmother. And I was like, oh my God, like I've been thinking about mushrooms a lot lately. After watching, you know, Kaluna's videos. Isn't that neat? She had no idea that I was looking into buying some books on mushrooms. So I'm delighted. I'm so excited. My boyfriend got me this. I've wanted this for years. The complete works of Michel de Montaigne. Oh, isn't this beautiful? I'm sorry, I'm all like tongue-tied. And it's so funny. I don't know why I do this. Why do I flip through the book? There's nothing to see. I love these Everyman Library hardcovers. It was so funny when I opened it. My boyfriend knew I wanted it because he asked me what I wanted for Christmas. And I'm like, honestly, just like books and music. You know, we wanted to keep it simple. And he knew I wanted this because I sent him a list. And when I opened it, my daughter was like, what is that? And my boyfriend was like, yeah, what is that? And I just thought it was, I don't know, such a funny thing to say about a gift that you got someone. What is it? Maybe that's quite common during the holidays. I don't know. What else? My sister got us this house gift, Recipes from the World of Tolkien. And I don't know why she didn't get one herself. She loves Lord of the Rings, and she was so excited about it. I should probably just get her one. So I'm hoping to make some things out of this cookbook soon. Hobbit style. It's a beautiful little cookbook. Such a sweet gift. So my boyfriend got me Miles Davis Bitches Brew. I had this on CD, but I've wanted the vinyl for such a long time. I love this album art. Oh my gosh. Isn't it amazing? Gorgeous. So I'm so excited to listen to this at some point. And then speaking of records, this is one of the things that I got for my boyfriend that I knew he wanted. I know it seems self-serving. You guys know how much I love The Doors, but he wanted their first album on vinyl. And also, I got him this. Midnight in Paris, Duke Ellington and his orchestra. So he loves Duke Ellington. I do too. And I wanted to surprise him. And I just had this feeling like this is the one, because I didn't think that he knew this. And I was right. He was so excited, and we played it almost immediately after the gift opening was done, and he just adored it. So that was fun. And then we were just having so much fun with our record player because we hadn't used it in a little while. We played my Renaissance music for brass, because to me that's quite Christmassy. Don't you just love this art, these green faces? I love brass. And then this is not Christmassy at all, but somehow it always works its way into my existence at inappropriate times, like while we were cooking dinner. I got this at while we were thrifting a few weeks ago, and I just want to listen to it. This is Colin Davis. It's The Rite of Spring. I didn't think I was familiar with this particular recording, so I was just very eager to play it. And the cat and my daughter were really enjoying it. We all were, but at some point while we were cooking, my boyfriend's like, okay, enough is enough. Like, I'm getting anxiety. I also got from my boyfriend this Bach Transcriptions CD that I wanted. And I got him the Nutcracker Suite by Duke Ellington, which, oh, just adore it. We listened to that on Christmas too. I I love this art. I want like a tarot deck. Actually, you know what? It sort of reminds me of Tarot Classic, you know, the Marseille from the 70s. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know. That might be it for what I got for Christmas. I didn't really get decks. Well, around Christmas time, I ordered the Horror Tarot. I saw it on, oh, why can't I think of her name now? Robin's Reflections, I think. Yeah, and if I'm wrong, I will correct that. I was just so smitten with it. Isn't it cute? Some of them, like the wand suit, to me resembles like old paperbacks or comics from a certain era. Some of them look like movie posters. These are obviously like paperbacks. Yeah. I just love it. So I mentioned how I've been sort of suffering a little bit of a deck disconnect sort of thing, but this has been fun. I have been using this a bit. When we were in Salem, I picked up the Book of Thoth Atea when we were in a shop, and it's beautiful. And I just felt like getting it. And I can't wait to use it. I don't know what else to say, really. And I also bought myself, this was probably my Christmas gift to myself, the vintage version of the Hermetic. Thanks to Honey Lou, who was showing this on her channel. I had no idea that this was so different than the current edition, which is still being published. See how it's smaller? I'll just show this briefly. But I'm so glad that she showed off the deck because I had no idea. But just to show like a comparison of the size. I also prefer the font here to this. And I, for some reason, just dig this thin little border. I don't know. I prefer this. And it's more like a cream color. So I have been loving this. And like that, guys. I don't know. That's something that my boyfriend says all the time. And he laughs about it too. He said that one of his professors, I think, said it all the time. One of his professors or music teachers back in the day used to wrap up his thoughts with, and like that. And like that. Okay. And I don't know what else. So for books, I decided that I'm not going to really talk about books. Aside from, I already mentioned that I'm reading this, and I recently read Little Women. There was something else that I read right before this that I'm not going to talk about. I am not going to talk about right now. If you're that curious, you can ask me. But according to Goodreads, I'm currently reading like 11 books. So I just don't feel like discussing it right now. I'll probably do a wrap up later in the month. But yeah, I read so many books for Gothlit November that some of the books that I had already started, I just put completely on hold. Just completely on hold so I could focus on Gothlit November and enjoy it and not get distracted. Yeah, that's all that I can really say. as for decks, so yeah, I've been using the Hermetic that I just showed you, the Horror Tarot. I don't really know what else I've been using, but the Edmund Dulac is one that I pulled out, I don't know, like a few days ago. And I'm really glad that I did, because it's just really doing it for me. I was getting some really powerful readings with this. Rather, I don't know, I was like going on some journeying with this. And then for whatever reason, I just sort of put it away, probably because I got other decks. But I was talking to somebody about this, and I was discussing a reading that I had received, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should bring that out again. And yeah. And it's pretty funny because when I did the first reading that I got with it, I drew the same cards that I had drawn in the reading that I was discussing with my friend. So that was pretty interesting. I don't know. This is just a really good reader for me. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's about it. I'm sorry that it was all over the place. I was so ready to do this video, and then for some reason I got like just extremely nervous, and I don't know why. There's really no reason to feel that way. And so I was jumping all over the place, and I hope that you bared with me, and I hope I remembered everything. But yeah, I hope to do another video soonish, or maybe just end of the month, and I'll talk more about tarot and books and whatnot. But anyway, I think that'll about do it. All right, bye guys.